Hey everyone, going out of the Indian River today. Was gonna look for a big red, maybe play with some smaller fish on the way in. Forgot to do an intro, so recorded an old. You're getting an old intro. Started out, I saw a tailing fish on the way to the bull spot. And I couldn't resist passing it up. Seemed like about upper slot fish based on the tail.
Saw a tail pop up for just a second, and I was like, I think that's a redfish. So casted at it, and ironically, I didn't have the line stretched out or anything. So I landed on top of it.
So unfortunately, that clip kind of got corrupted. It just paused halfway through, but it was a nice red. Like I said, upper slot fish. Shortly after, found a school, and again I couldn't pass it up.
Alright, after this, going speed up to
On my mind is getting a big red today. So playing with these slots is fun, but it's not what I need.
Again, on the 5-inch. Having fun with these slot schools.
And I get to the spot, and there's just a bunch of drum around, and I said, you know what? I have some leftover crabs. I'm gonna use a few on these drum. Usually there's some big bulls mixed in with these drum, but I didn't see any this day.
Nice drum. Let's say about 30 inches. Let's get through these.
So after trying for bulls and failing, I decided, you know what, let me start making my way back. It's not happening today. I'm on the phone with a buddy that's fishing close to me, and had to mute this clip because don't want to give away too much about this area. But was making my way back. The wind was with me, so it was easy. And I saw some tails that were drum, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna try and sight fish these fish. Well, as you can see in the video, there's some cloud cover next to bluebird skies, and ironically, the cloud cover, it hit when I came up on these tails. So I decided to stake out, tossed out a crab, and said, you know what, I'm just gonna wait a little bit and see if anything happens. Shortly after, one decided to find it.
I'm just waiting for the cloud cover to kind of dissipate so I can go back to sight fishing.
So originally, I didn't intend on keeping fish this trip, but
on like each corner. Well, not each corner, like.
I noticed that my hook and the fish grips unfortunately tore this dude's lip. Now you're allowed one drum over slot, so this dude was going to be coming home with me. I did have my fish bag on this trip with one bag of ice, so if I did catch something that was going to go home, I was thinking maybe like a slot snook, but I'll take some drum.
Nice drum. Got a 26 inch.
Ironically, right after I caught this fish, the
Keep him because he broke his lip.
the sun passed all the clouds, so I could go back to sight fishing.
It's 26, 27 incher. Eater.
And making my way down, saw a redfish do a headstand, came over to him.
Saw him tailing. And didn't know if he'd eat.
I actually spooked him, and I still made a cast at him anyway, and he ended up eating. "90% of the time when you spook a red, he takes off, but sometimes they'll eat. Luckily this dude did.
Not a perfect slaughter again. On the 4-inch this time. Nice fish. Chill, dude.
I always bring him in too green, I always horse him in, and he actually got me a bit.
Got me a little bit. I got about a 28-inch fish. Not a bad fish. Here we go.
And was
Had this guy follow it all the way to the kayak.
so I was reeling in my paddle tail, and I noticed, a black shadow following it, and I thought it was a snook, but I mean it ate right next to the kayak. Set the hook, and I was surprised what ate it. So I already have one drum over slot, and you're allowed one over slot, and I think 3 slot fish. It could be 3 or 4, but I wasn't gonna keep my limit, obviously. But if this one, I thought if this one is slot, this is gonna be my second and final fish to kill. And he was right just inside the slot, to the point where I said, you know what, he's so close inside that I'm gonna take a picture just in case.
He is like just under slot. 23 and a half, so he's coming home. Or 23 and 3/4, sorry.
Yeah, he's just inside that slot range, which, you know, I prefer to kill slot fish than over slots. So, moved on. And at this point, I'm just blind casting and hooked up shortly on the smaller fish. There's just too much cloud cover for me to be able to see consistently. And at this point, I'm just trying to pad the stats a little bit. My main goal was to come out here and look for a 40-inch bull. But, you know, you can't always find them. And like immediately after I released that one, hooked up to another fish. I passed by a lot of slot fish on the way to the area that my buddy found some bulls. So this is just me working them back.
It's not even a big rat, it's just he ran at me when I hooked him. Hooks out. Another, let's say 24. 26-inch fish. Nice one. Bleeding a bit, so here he goes.
And hooked up again. This was my last fish of the day. I was gonna go to a tackle shop to pick up a new rod for offshore fishing. Many of you don't know because I don't post it, but I fish on boats a lot, and I need some reliable kite fishing rods. So I was gonna stop off at a tackle shop and buy one. And yeah, this was cutting it close on time.
Nice little 3-spotter.
But a good way to end the day. Yeah, it was a long day. I had a goal in mind that I wanted, at least a 37, 38-inch red. It didn't happen. I didn't see anything like my buddy said that he saw. Everything shifted south a bit. The bait, the red or the slot fish. Yeah, so after a few hours of soaking some baits with nothing to show for it, I said, you know what, it's not happening. Let me just salvage the day and catch all the fish that I saw. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe. Till next time, see ya.